Hello everybody, my name is JacTesson, you're the viewer, and as you can tell, the background is a bit different because I felt like I needed to stand up for this video. Do you know what I mean? I felt like I needed to stand up and express my feelings today. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've got a weird box here, a tube box. It's actually my FX lightsaber box, and our PS4 camera is stood on top of it. And yeah, in this video, what are we talking about? In this video, we're going to be talking about Solo, a Star Wars story. Right, the movie came out yesterday, and I watched it at midnight release with my dad. And yeah, right. Let me just put out there first. At the beginning of this video, there's going to be no spoilers. I'm just going to tell you how I feel about the video, how I feel about the movie, and then I'm going to tell you if you should go and see it or not, basically. And then towards the end, I'm going to go through spoilers and some other stuff as well. So yeah, let's go to the non-spoiler part first. Non-spoiler part. Should you go see this movie? 100% yes, in my opinion. Pretty much, this movie is amazing. I absolutely love the movie. I loved what they did with the movie and all that good stuff, right? But what I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. I said this to a few people. I said to some people, don't go to this movie expecting stuff that you want to happen, right? Because you're gonna go in that movie expecting the stuff that you want to happen, and then it potentially couldn't happen, and then you're gonna be disappointed, and you're not gonna like the movie because the things that you wanted in the movie didn't happen. You know what I mean? So go into this movie fresh-faced and sit down, relax, and enjoy this movie, because this movie is just a freaking fun ride. I'm telling you now, if you go and see this movie any day, right, it's incredible, especially when you just sat there and just watching the movie, right, and then just enjoying what happened. You feel me? Good. Right, let's talk about the characters. I absolutely love the characters, right? So I've got my laptop here. We've got Alden, who played as Han Solo, and shout out to him, yeah, because he did a sick job playing as Han Solo, right? There were parts in the movie where he was just in the background, but either way, when he was on that screen and he was doing his lines, he delivered them perfectly as Han Solo would, obviously. So yeah, I absolutely loved Han Solo in this movie, so good job, Adam. Jonas, who played as Chewbacca. Now, Jonas is a good guy, all right. He is an incredible Chewbacca, I think. So I think Peter Mayhew will be proud of him with this movie. So Jonas did an incredible job as well. He had some really funny lines. Well, I say lines. He was just going in the movie, but the way Chewie delivered them, you know, it made it funny. Woody, who played as Beckett. To be honest, when I saw Beckett, I was like, I'm not really sure about this character, but when I saw him in the movie and him playing the character, I loved him. It was a great character, and I felt like he needed to be there with Han. Emilia Clarke, also known as Kira from the movie. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to say Kira was my least favourite character, because she wasn't. I did like Kira at some points, but there were some points where it was a bit weird in the movie, right? But yeah, I still love Emilia Clarke, who played Kira. She did an amazing job, and yeah. Donald Glover, now my G, I love this guy who played Lando Calrissian, right? He did a sick job as Lando Calrissian, right? I felt like they could have delivered him more in the movie, but either way, when he was on the screen, he did an amazing job, hands down. Right, they're the main characters, right? So we're going to move on to spoilers now. So if you don't want spoilers, click off this video in 3, 2, 1. You gone? You better be gone, because I'm going to speak about spoilers in a minute. Go away. Go away. Thank you. But yeah, spoilers. What was this movie about? The movie was about Han Solo, obviously, and there were some things in the movie which happened, which needed to happen in the movie. For example, how Han and Chewbacca met, which, by the way, I loved so much. I loved that. It was really weird, but I just loved it. It just felt perfect between Han and Chewie. Like, it just felt like it would be something that happened. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, how it happened. Basically, Han is with the Empire. He joins the Empire for a bit, and they're on this like mud planet, right? And he's wearing this mud outfit, and he gets caught thinking that he's like not really working for the Empire, working for something else, and like stealing stuff or whatever. And they throw him in this pit. These stormtroopers, they throw him in this pit, and they're like, oh, let's just feed him to the beast, right? And when he said beast, I wasn't thinking of Chewbacca straight away. I was thinking of something like a Rancor or something like that, but obviously a bit smaller than a Rancor. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I was thinking. But when they throw him in the pit, and the stormtroopers are, oh, we haven't fed him in like 3 weeks or 3 days or something like that. And then you can look in there's a shot where they point into this little doorway, and there's a foot just clamped into the soggy mud, right? And you can just see the hair, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. If this happens, I'm gonna laugh my head off in the cinema. And then Han's like, oh god, and it comes closer and closer. It reminded me of Bigfoot, which I loved even more. It's just hilarious thinking about it now. And then the shadow comes off his face really slowly, and he's like, you know what I mean? And it's just hilarious. I was like, oh my god, this is just incredible. It's just something that would happen. And then during that sequence as well, Han tries to does a Chewbacca. It does the Chewbacca language because he knows a little bit. He's like, you know, that's, oh god, I love doing Chewbacca impression. Ooh. But yeah, he does the Wookiee language and speaks to Chewie and tells him, oh, if you get us out of here, we can. If you knock this pole, we can get out of here and we can fly away and be free and all that good stuff. And that's obviously what he wants. Also, as well with Chewbacca in this movie wanted to go and save his Wookiee friends and like family because they were taken hostage as like slaves, which happened. He did save all his family and friends, the Wookiees, in the movie, which I really loved because that was his main goal, and he did that, and I loved that really lots. The second thing that happened in this movie was how Han Solo got the Millennium Falcon. Now, what was the game they played? It's called like Shabak or something like that, right? And obviously they're around this table. There's loads of creatures, and you got Lando in front of Han, and they're playing the Shabak game. And obviously, Lando cheats. He has one of the main cards to like obviously win the game, and he has it up his sleeve and whatever. And Han gets really annoyed about it. They also had a bet between Han's ship that he had in the movie and the Millennium Falcon, obviously, which is obviously Lando's ship in the movie. And they have the bet between that, and then obviously whoever won the other person's ship. And obviously Lando cheated and won, but obviously he didn't actually get the ship, if you know what I mean. They end up using the Millennium Falcon to go on this journey to go and save people and go and get this stuff for the mission that they had to do and all that good stuff, which I really liked. And then towards the end of the movie, they actually had a rematch, right, for the Millennium Falcon again, and I think Han was going to give him this special Imperial thing which cost a lot of credits, I'm pretty sure, so he put that up on the line, and he ended up winning, which I really liked at the end as well, where, you know, the scene from Empire Strikes Back where Lando like pulls up his fists at Han and he goes and gives him a hug because they haven't seen each other in ages. That's what happened in this movie, but Han did it to Lando. Han like pulled up his fists, and then he went to give Lando a hug, and then obviously he grabbed the cheating card from his wrist, which obviously made him win the Millennium Falcon. And then he ended up playing the Shabak game again, or I don't know what it's called. It's called Shabak or something. And they ended up playing again, and Han ended up winning the Millennium Falcon, which is really cool. I love that, by the way. That's another thing that they needed to show in the movie, was how Han won the Millennium Falcon, which he did. So yeah. The other thing that they needed to show in the movie was the Kessel Run, right? I loved that a lot. That was a hell of a fun scene. Just watching them if I can fly through these clouds and all this destruction was amazing. I just loved it so much. It was just incredible. Yeah, in one of the trailers, Han said, "Push it." He actually says, "Punch it" in the movie, which I love. I love it. I just love it. I love this movie, guys. It's awesome. It's really, 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 really good. So yeah. Now, let's go to some bad things that I didn't really like in the movie. So there are these two characters called Val and what was his name? Rio. Val and Rio, who are with Beckett at the time. Val was Beckett's girlfriend, and Rio was just someone who was with them two as like a team. They died really, really early in the movie, and I don't know if I liked that. I mean, I can see why, just because if they got rid of them, obviously Chewie would be there, Kira would be there, Lando would be there, L3 would be there, and there'd be a lot of characters in a team, so I can understand why they got rid of them, but I think having a bigger team would be a bit better, I think. But either way, I felt like I loved the character Rio and Val, but I didn't love them enough to feel like it was a sad moment for them dying, if you know what I mean. They should have showed them off a little, like a bit more, and then the emotion would have been there when they died. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I felt like they should have shown Val and Rio a little bit more, but I still love the characters either way. Yeah. Another thing that I didn't really like was the character L3. Right. Don't get me wrong, L3's a great character, right? But they made her way too much like K2SO from Rogue One, I feel like. But obviously a girl version, right? And another thing with like Lando and L3, they're like, Lando loves L3 for some reason, but it's Star Wars, weird things happen, and obviously Lando fancies a robot, which is kind of weird, but it's Star Wars, which is weird. So that doesn't bother me at all. It's just the character L3 and the way she acted. I felt like it was played too much like K2SO from Rogue One. I felt like they should have made her a little bit different to K2SO and not like this funny robot, which is meant to be K2SO, really, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's the thing that I didn't really, really like about L3, to be honest. Another character that I was a little bit disappointed about was Enfys Nest, right? Enfys Nest, I thought this character was going to be a complete badass throughout this whole entire movie, right? Like, she was going to be such a problem. But she only appeared twice, and in like little scenarios where they were just gonna, they let Han and the team basically do all the work, and then they were going to come in and just steal it, and obviously have it as their own and make credits or whatever. That's what you would think. But the character is just a child, she's just a little girl inside this really badass outfit, which used to be her mother's, and I think they needed the stuff to like, I think it was to get medication for like what her mother had or something, and to like save people, if you know what I mean. So they're not really bad people, they're just there to just steal things and to help the rebellion or something like that, I think it was. If I'm wrong, then let me know in the comments. But I loved the way she looked, but I felt like they could have done a little. I think they could have done a little bit more with Enfys Nest, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, that's how I feel about Enfys Nest. Another character as well, Dryden Voss, right? I felt like they could have showed him a little. There were characters in this movie that they needed to show a little bit more, I felt like. Dryden Voss was probably the main bad guy in this movie. I think Enfys Nest was the bad guy for Beckett, and I think Dryden Voss was the bad guy for both Kira and Han Solo, I'd say. But yeah, they needed to show the bad guys a little bit more, I felt like. But yeah, Dryden Voss, love the character. They could have shown a little bit more of him, but yeah, what can you do? at the end as well, guys, there's something very, very special at the end as well, which is basically Kira kills Dron and Voss, and then obviously tells Han to go and get the stuff that they were protecting or something. They ended up giving the stuff that they went and stole and gave it to Enfys Nest, to the rebellion or whatever. But they needs to get that to give it to her because of Beckett. Beckett was going to steal it or whatever, which is kind of confusing, but that's what the story is. That's what happened even. But yeah, let's just go back to what I was saying about Dron and Voss. Basically, Kira ends up killing Dron and Voss, and then tells Han to go and get these stuff that they stole to give it to Enfys Nest and whatever for the rebellion or whatever. And then as he does that, Kira tells him to go and meet her on this planet. And she ends up getting this ring of Dron and Voss, right? Sticks it into this little hole, right? Then turns it, and then a hologram comes up. And you can hear a certain voice, which at first I didn't really notice. You can hear a certain voice, and as the camera pans round a bit, you can just about see him wearing this black cape, and you're wondering who the bloody hell that character is. And the character is none other than Darth Maul. Holy crap, can I just point out, by the way, I made a video talking about a lightsaber being in Solo a Star Wars Story, and what did I bloody tell you? Click on the icon, which way? There. Click the icon there right now to go and watch that video that I did. Well, I didn't actually confirm it, I was just saying we could see one, and we bloody well did, because he turns on the bloody lightsaber, and yeah, that's what ends up happening. Darth Maul was in this bloody movie. I felt like that was the thing though, because I felt like there wasn't any need of him being there, but at the end, guys, it actually feels like they're going to be doing another, like a sequel for Solo Star Wars Story. They could be doing another one, and they could bring Darth Maul into it as the bad guy, if you know what I mean. So, if they do, and they're doing a sequel for Solo, then yeah, I'm down for that. And yeah, that's going to be my movie review, guys. If you want to know about wanting to go see it again, please go and watch it, because it is actually really, really good. And like I said at the beginning of this movie, at the beginning of this video even, please don't go into this movie. Well, what am I saying this for? I've just given you all the spoilers. But yeah, I'm just going to say it again, right? For the people that have seen the movie, you will understand. Basically, you got to go and watch this movie fresh-faced and just think about the character Han Solo, because if you don't, and you just expect stuff that you wanted to happen, you're going to be disappointed, obviously. So just go in the movie fresh-faced and just enjoy the hell out of this movie. Thank you. So yeah, that's going to be my movie review, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to this channel. What I will be going to see Solo again a few more times, because, oh my god, this movie is incredible. I've been JacTesson, you've been the viewer, and may the Force be with you. Always. Goodbye, guys.